What's up, guys? Just going to talk a minute about digestion. And if you're someone that has recently went from eating 1 to 2 times per day to eating 5 to 6 times per day, for instance, you're probably going to see some issues with bloating, gas, constipation, probably a little bit uh, lethargic feeling. But what this is your body simply trying to adapt. So I'm just going to compare this to an injury where maybe where you cut yourself, or maybe you get a new piercing, or something along those lines. Anyway, the point being, those stitches or that piercing is going to be foreign to your body, so therefore that area is probably going to swell up. It's going to take some recovery time. So though you're not injuring yourself on the inside, you're technically putting all these foreign foods in your body. So though they're not foreign, they're completely healthy in every way possible. They're still foreign to you, because if you were this person that was eating 1 to 2 times a day, and let's say it was just all sweets, or you eat McDonald's every day, then you go to putting this clean food in your body, this chicken breast, this lean ground turkey, this lean ground beef, all these different foods that it's maybe never saw before, and definitely not at this clean of a level. Your body's not going to know what to do. So therefore you're going to experiencing that bloating. You may experience some gas. Constipation is probably going to happen because your digestive tract is all jacked up. And it's just jacked up because of those changes that you're making. So odds are it's going to take probably 3 to 5, maybe 6 days for your body to really adapt to what's going on. Over the course of this time, you should start to see less bloating. If you have gas, it should start to lessen each day. If you're constipated and not having bowel movements, it may straighten out on its own. You should technically have 1 to 2 per day. Some of these new foods that we bring in may not sit well with you, so there may be I'm not going to say it would need to be done within the first 5 to 6 days. First 5 to 6 days is just where your body's trying to adapt to new things. But anything after about 6 days, 7 days, and definitely up to 2 weeks, if you're not consistently having a bowel movement, you're consistently being bloated, feeling awful, then there's something going on, and we need to start to eliminate some foods. So based on the foods you have, just for instance, let's say that you've been eating egg whites or eggs every day, and ever since you started, we brought in this new food, you've been having some bloating issues after your first or second meal. So the first thing I would do is I would take out the egg whites and replace it with something else high in protein. And if after 5 to 6, maybe 7 days, you're still having issues, then we would take out another food, and we would just change things around until things come together and things start functioning properly on your insides. But at the same time, there may be some things that I suggest you do differently, such as simply change. If you're someone who is eating spinach on a daily basis, or broccoli on a daily basis, these are some really high fiber foods. So again, we go back to these new foods being introduced on a daily basis. So you go from no vegetables per day to having maybe 2 or 3 meals per day with vegetables. So your fiber intake just from the vegetables alone has, I won't say it's skyrocketed, but it is really shot up. So those issues with the digestion, with the bloating, can come on from that. So if you're someone who has been consistently eating the broccoli or the spinach, then I would first suggest that we change it over to zucchini, green beans, asparagus, or cucumber. So the first thing to help you get on the correct path with your digestion is we would take out the egg whites, and at that same time I suggest the new vegetables. If the bringing in the new vegetables didn't help, there's other things that would start to be eliminated after that, and I'd be happy to help anyone figure out what the problem is if you are somebody that's having these issues after 5 to 7 days of being on a new nutrition plan. Obviously, if you're someone I'm working with, all you have to do is email me, and we'll start the process of eliminating things. But if you're someone that isn't on a program of mine and you don't know where to turn, get up with me, leave me a comment here, and we can then begin to exchange emails, and I'll do my best to see what I can do to help you straighten out the issue. But till next time, everyone have a great day.